How's it going? Merc, I see that you heard the siren call of the obscure RPG and you could not say no. Let's get started. I'm not entirely sure how far we'll get today. Mostly just testing stream setup since I redid my computer and with the Saturn and with the crappy old capture card. Uh, I've got it running through the Tink, and I've got the Tink doing scan lines, which I normally don't like. But on the capture, it looked way better than without because it looked really gross otherwise. Uh, so hopefully things are going good. I'm seeing uh, there's some dropped frames, and I don't actually know why there are dropped frames. Head off to work. That's unfortunate, but understandable. So I hope you have a good day at work, and it's not too stressful on you. Why? Oh, just finished work. Oh, head off of work. I gotcha. I was like, okay, it's a little. I don't English good either, which is a shame because it's the only language I speak. Uh, I keep sitting here looking at like the render data, like willing the frame drops to stop. It's not dropping frames like crazy. It's just enough to annoy me. So, such is life with Linux and graphics cards. But anyway, disc 1 of Panzer Dragoon Saga. This game is really neat. I've got a walkthrough pulled up. I have not tested volume on my side because I'm playing on the CRT. Hopefully, I don't get too much like crossover with the mic and everything. This is all very professional. So far, seems to be okay. This game is really cool, and I love the combat mechanics, which we'll get into obviously here in a bit. Game audio is a bit loud. Okay. Yes, it is. Wow. Okay. Got that down pretty dramatically. Is that better? No problem. Thanks for letting me know. My only issue, and one of the reasons I wanted to go ahead and start over and stream, was the story progression aspects, especially side content, is not necessarily obvious. Like, you not too far into the game unlock your first town, and it's very, very small. There's just a couple people to interact with. It's not obvious that there's much important to do there. But like one of the times you visit the town, when I looked up some help with something I was needing, it was like, yeah, to activate this side quest, you need to talk to this one specific NPC up to 26 times, and they're only going to cycle through like 3 lines of dialogue until you start like getting additional lines of dialogue, like 10 interactions in. So there's no indication of whether or not you're wasting your time. So I've got a guide pulled up for the town sections. But as far as the action sections and the battle sections and battle strategy and all that, I'm gonna try to actually play that myself. The capture, I mean, it looks terrible, but it looks really dark. Let me see if I can brighten that up just a little bit. Of course, I'm playing on a real CRT, so nothing's gonna match that brightness. I set these color calibrations with my Super Nintendo, so nothing's correct. Nothing makes sense. Oh. I guess it would help if I actually enabled the color correction, wouldn't it? Hey, there we go. Yeah, that seems a bit better. Come on, OBS. Play nice with me. Oh, nope. There we go. Come on. OBS, come on. Work with me. Okay. That's better. Alright. Enough waffling. Let's get into the game. And pray that my console save battery doesn't die. New game. What? Yeah, I just, like, my whole connection just flipped.
We do, Edge.
That's weird. Yeah, I'm having to, nope. What on earth is going on?
Meliust prelidis.
Cognitum lua. We do nostra defensio.
See?
Possetu cognitum.
Da envetus. En Iowa and Purgus. Devon est Peltina and Penier.
Devonum est tema.
Es. The Peltina in Penier. Quis nostem praestem. Noster defensio. Hic. Exceller in Pelnier. Se omnio aude gescalde. Peril! Thurgus Mesentis!
Hostis? Liquor?
I realize there's a lot of lore here that we're kind of missing. I can catch people up. Hey, Zach. We're currently fighting the Battle of OBS. It do be like that, I'm afraid. OBS be OBS. So, Merc's probably been paying attention, but essentially, like, post-apocalyptic kind of world, people have been forced to go back to more primitive ways of life. There's a giant empire, because of course there is, that lords over people, and then there's like mining operations to try to dig for the weapons of the advanced ancient civilizations. Yeah, that kind of lovely world. Alright, just for the
Municats! Uheoles Macro Matthew! Yaxil!
Ada Aoi. En een metos de Jena.
this just makes no sense. Like, OBS is like, you've got frame drops due to rendering lag. How long does it take to render a frame? A millisecond. Apparently, I'm streaming at 1,000 frames a second, and I didn't even know it. No, like, what are you on about, OBS? You all are following all this story, right? Every bit of it, no questions? Cool. I mean, maybe. I don't know. There could be. The CGI in these cutscenes is like very of the time, but it kind of makes it more unsettling.
Stop. Pertina Langis. Laos de Porus Resta.
¡Te nosta! ¡Amo!
Tungus.
Laos es a baby!
Janderis claiming. Let's Frota Festina. Ushe Centuria Venire.
So yeah, advanced ancient civilization. They were down in the mines, got attacked by a mysterious, probably ancient beast, and discovered this woman frozen in stone. And we're now realizing that like she was the secret target of what the Empire was after the whole time for obviously nefarious reasons.
Prosit Trasiva Imperi. Transia Postaris.
No, not really.
Dena Miliarium Banus. Ie integrum medium civitas. Erteo univel, uringu sabtaricia. Lausving potentia fons.
That's hilarious. I mean, less atmosphere to protect you, right? Yeah, and then this Kramen guy that we just saw at the dig site is like, you know, a traitor and is trying to take the girl / probably super weapon, you know, intrigue and all that jazz. How many characters do I have here? Because unfortunately no numerals, so that works. The fact that the "Are you sure" dialogue is this your real name? It's not your business, game. I redid my computer right after Limit Break, and this is my first time streaming since I got everything set back up, so that's one reason why I'm watching all the numbers like a hawk. Water looked different in the mid-90s. Okay. It's so dark compared to what I'm... You know? Helped a little. Alright. So we finally got control of Edge for the first time. The controls are interesting. We have good old tank controls. Actually, they're not tank controls. They're like more evolved than that, but they're still really stiff. It's D-pad movement. But I actually am able to like move in specific directions, so they're not tank controls. We've got a run button. And then the other, got, I guess, a camera elevation. And then camera to either side. But the other two main action buttons bring up the game's main mode of interaction, which is this reticle. And it will change based on context. So now it's changed to near. So I can collect what it had to give me. I now have a gun. And the key to this elevator. And we lose control again. Excuse me. For the moment, a movie. The video game portion of the experience will start in a while. Actually, we're getting pretty close to the end of the whole cutscenes. Telepathic visions and whatnot. You know how it is. Was the 90s.
今のは乗れっていうのか。
Kind of cute in a horrifying way. Above the excavation.
だいぶ流されたな。早く発掘所に戻らないと。だけどこのドラゴン、どうやったら言うことを聞いてくれるんだろう。
Alright. We finally have control. Alright. So the controls are really quite simple. You've got direction, and you've got directional movement where side to side is to spin in place, very tank controls, and up and down is to change altitude, indicated there in the top. Yeah, this is the Panzer Dragoon series. All the other games, all 3 other games in the series are all rail shooters. This is the weird RPG spinoff. But yeah, can change height and direction, and then there's a button for fly forward. And just like on foot, we have this interaction reticle, which is how we do pretty much everything. One thing that's odd that I still don't fully understand is there are these things that give you the ability to access, but they don't do anything. There doesn't actually seem to be, like, the interaction doesn't actually do anything. It's quite strange. There might be some secret, but like I was telling Merc, I've got the guide pulled up for the on foot sections because those are pretty obtuse with the interactions you need to do, like what dialogue you need to engage with and all that. Oh. Change settings. Flight controls are the one time that you want in inverted controls, or at least the one time that I do. And as far as like what all these pickups do, well, I had played the first 2 hours of this game, and then decided I wanted to start over because I missed some things and because I wanted to show it off. And I still don't really know, truth be told. This is on the Saturn. This is a Saturn exclusive. And this game is stupid expensive. I don't own it physically. We're using an ODE, so, which is a little unfortunate, but it is what it is. I could see that, and there's a the Saturn had a arcade stick. It didn't have a flying stick. I don't actually remember, and I don't think that there's much here that can be had. It's really just you gotta interact with the dying guy. Oh look, more cutscene.
隊長。
生きてたのか。よく無事で。
隊長。
早く行け。奴らは谷に沿って北へ向かってる。あの男、クレイメンたちを追え、本物の帝国軍が来る前に。
クレイメン？誰なんです、そいつは。それに、なんで追わなきゃならないんです。
帝国の特務部隊、黒い艦隊を率いる男の話を聞いたことがある。おそらくは奴が。ここを見れば帝国は俺たちを疑う。あの発掘物を奪回する以外、お前の生き延びる方法はない。胸のポケット。そうだ。
Sorry, what? The game just crashed. There's that's how much audio it detected on the disc. I've had issues where it like sometimes doesn't see the list of games. It's kind of weird, but thankfully we had saved just prior to that. So we'll just oh yeah, not quite. So we'll resume and then I'll skip that cutscene. We were just getting the exposition. Raymond is secretly in charge of the Black Fleet. You know, not a nice dude. Okay. So in lieu of a proper in-game tutorial, the game is just like, hey, you can read all these tutorials. They're actually pretty good. They're short, they're easy to understand, but I'm not gonna force you all to endure that. that's nice. Healing items, yay. Alright. First random encounter of the game. So, just a quick rundown of how this works. At the bottom right, there are 3 bars that work like ATB gauges. You need at least 1 bar full to do anything. Some actions require more than just one. Basic attacks are for Edge to attack with his gun. That's a single target attack. Or for the dragon to attack multiple targets with its homing laser. There are also items you can use, and like special attacks and other things that we won't see for a few more minutes. And one of the really important things is in the center there is our positioning guide. So if we're in the green, which you can see our dragon is positioned to the left there, the yellow dragon icon. If we're in the green, then we are not going to get hit or will not be hit strongly. However, often there is a risk-reward factor. Because if you put yourself in harm's way, you often are able to get more damage on enemies. Every fight is rated 1 to 5 with how well you did, with the time and everything. And the better you do, the more experience you get and the higher the chance of item drops. That was a great fight, which is the second best. Got another random encounter. Yep, see, as soon as I moved into harm's way, they leapt at the chance. Yeah, and that's a good fight. That's middle of the road ranking. Want to miss any of the goods. All right, going into one of the mine shafts. Going out of one of the mine shafts. Another random encounter. Right now we're very much just in the like, you're screwing around and learning the controls and the mechanics in some really low stakes fights. Like this is not, like the pacing of the game gets better. Dying is money. And it is actually shockingly tight if you want to keep up with good items. Yeah, like most RPGs, indeed. I'm not actually entirely sure where to go. When I played through this the first time, I kind of just like stumbled into where I was supposed to go. So. Oh, okay. I just got turned around. I see now. Who dares disturb me? There we go. Got our map. Cool. Nothing's happened. Why are you healing right now? Sheesh. Sheesh. Wait. Thought I somehow managed to get an item upgrade. Not so lucky, I'm afraid.
しまった。構成生物よけの風網か。
Like, oh no, a save point right before going into a tunnel. That surely can't mean anything bad, right? Actually, I don't think this tunnel's the scary one. Alright. So that switch turned off the turbine, so we can now fly through the rest of the valley. Yes, Edge. They're very perceptive. Canyon Deep Gulch. Gulch is such an unflattering description. Order.
貴様らこれがどういう意味か分かってるのか。クレイメン艦よりの返信確認できません。けい、こんなところであの発掘物をドラゴンを奪われるわけにはいかん。全艦戦闘隊形を取れ。ダメです。噴射弾急速接近、間に合いません。
The same item? Nice. But that is absolutely something I would do, and also something I feel like most people who have ever played an RPG can relate to. I got a petard. It sure would be a shame for me to hoist myself with it. Really? Wow. Okay. Oh yeah, these guys are going. Gonna be like, you did poorly. Because I didn't hide out in the green spot well enough. There we go. Yeah, close call. Very poor ranking. Level up. See, anytime I see a laurel, I'm like, that seems pokey. I don't know that it would be comfortable to rest on. But I can't speak from experience. I believe that these, yeah, lovely things have distinct weak spots. Yeah. Ow. And see, that's what I mean. Like, I was camping out in the danger zone because that gave me the best attack positioning on them. The Baldor Queen. Ain't she pretty? Less than ideal. And see, when you're moving positioning, your ATB gauge stops charging while you're in motion. So that's kind of the risk-reward thing. That should be a decent ranking. Maybe a great fight, but not an excellent. Another level up. So the berserks are special attacks, and they require gauge and mana points. Actually, oh, there's, okay. I actually do need to go back. I guess we can just harass the fish. Maldo. Anti-burning. Run away. Run away. There we go. Run away. Okay. Another Baldor Queen, yay. This be the kill. Not quite. Oh no, it was. Cool. Alright, we got an excellent rank. Neat. And the frame drop issues seem to have ended. I'd made a couple tweaks. I don't know if any of that mattered. I'm still seeing some inconsistency with bitrate. I'm not too concerned about that, really. But yeah, I don't know why we dropped. Yuck. What even is that? We're still seeing a few dropped frames. Like, sure, now that I've said that, we just dropped a handful. Why is my bitrate so high? That is not what the encoder is set to. Pennies. Let's see. It may not actually accept any changes that I make until after I stop streaming. But at least those settings will be more correct for next time. You know, here in like 6 months or a year or whenever I stream again, because that's my streaming schedule. I'm really good at this, very professional. Yes, absolutely. Zik 3 taught me everything about professionalism that I know.
どこまで続いてるんだろう。うわっ！なんだ？どうした？何が起こってるんだ？よし、行ってみよう。
Yeah, I'm confused because I've even got like Twitch reporting and stuff turned on, and it's got my stream coming in at like 6,400 kilobits per second, but it's only supposed to be 5,500, and I don't understand. Alright, boss fight time. When we beat this boss, the Arachnoth, I'll save and probably wrap up stream there. We've got some good testing and stuff, and Alright, Arachnoth. Right. Turn around. Shoot it in the butt. Tried to avoid that. Was unsuccessful. Alright. So now it's unconscious and it's just wail on it until it wakes up. The early part of the fight went really well, so hopefully we can knock it out pretty quickly. I died to this thing the first time I fought it. Mean? How's my health? Oh. We might die again. Yep, we just died again. Because I was not paying close enough attention to my health. Thankfully, we saved just before the fight. So, we missed essentially nothing. As much as I love the ability to save anywhere, this game does at least have, like, logically placed save points. What's my... Ah, I see. Just gotta be really careful with health. So, like, even using an item requires an ATB gauge. So, and I don't want to burn a healing item just yet until I actually need it, but we obviously will need it. Alright, third shot, good. Yeah, and you can see there that once it had its attack queued up, there was nowhere safe. You should be able to weather one more attack. What? Ah. So now we need Elixir Miner should be sufficient. Get it on, we got it on last health bar, good. Alright, it's awake again and it's mad. Thankfully we healed up, so that did not kill us, and it's unconscious again, and we can probably kill it while it's unconscious. Actually, maybe not. They need to be up. We've got over 200 health. We're good. Alright. Oh no, that's not cool. Okay, that was weird. Oh, that's awful. My chat window disconnected and reconnected, so I don't know if stream blipped or not. Nothing's telling me that the stream itself blipped, but my chat window blipped, so that's weird. Alright. Okay, that's good. As long as you didn't have any issues. And we're gonna have to burn another healing item. Thankfully, we've collected a blue million of them, but still. Two more hits, probably. Hopefully. Nope, that was it. Really? Middle of the road ranking? I feel like I should have gotten one ranking above that. Alright. Level up Phantom Slashers. I don't even remember that move. So that's interesting.
What?
僕のってわけじゃない。なぜか言うことは聞いてくれるんだけど。
Okay, sure. He's a like roaming treasure hunter, nomadic. He tells us how we can get in with his caravan and have them accept us. Yeah. Yeah, this was his. Actually, he was from this village. This village got destroyed, and now they have a caravan. I know, dramatic scenes and what all, but I'm trying to get to a save point. So yeah, dragon gets a full heal. Yay. Our new friend here, I think, has something to give us. All right, so he's you had to do that to progress, and also he gives you exposition. But we'll go ahead and save here. Saved, good. 48 minutes in. That's what it's recorded, at least. So yeah, this game takes 4 discs, but there's so much FMV that it's actually not that long of a game. It takes about 15 hours. I started this at RPG Limit Break and got through disc 1, and disc 1 took me 2 hours. So yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut stream there. Thanks everybody for coming and hanging out. And yeah, it's wild. But I kind of love it. This is such an interesting game, such an interesting franchise, and such a like very Saturn thing. But yeah, don't know when I'll stream again. Might be tomorrow. Just keep an eye out for notifications. Next stream's probably going to be finishing up disc 1, which shouldn't take too long. But yeah, y'all have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Take care. Happy Pride, and I'll see you all soon.